I'm at 7:59. This is hella ASMR. Are you guys getting this? How about this angle? What's up, guys? I'm Colson, and this is an epically weird but true day with me on set. Big Time Adolescence is about essentially being a big brother / bad influence on this 16-year-old kid. I was just great friends with Pete, and he was like, I'd love if you just came in a cameo real quick, and then it turned into a couple more scenes, and then now I'm in the movie, kind of. This particular morning started with a minivan picking me up at 6 in the morning to take me on the weirdest journey of my next 72 hours. And there's not just one driver, but a passenger seat driver as well, who is apparently the grown daughter of the driver. And she is crying and smoking cigarettes the entire 3-hour drive to Syracuse because she missed this meatball dinner. And now I'm like, who craves meatballs this much between 6 and 9 a.m. that they're that upset that you're like, just can't believe it, whatever. And I'm also like, you're grown, so just like stay. We'll be right back. Anyway, really odd car ride. Get to my hotel, about 9, 10 o'clock, put my bags in the hotel. Have to go to set, about 10:30. Get to set. What's up, Pete? I love you. Hello, Jason Orley, who is the director. What am I doing today? Jason's like, you and Pete just talk some on camera. And it turns out really good. So they, 2, 3 o'clock, wrap me up for the day. So as I'm leaving, Pete calls me up like, hey, meet me in the trailer. Met him in his trailer. He's like, dude, let's meet up as soon as I'm done filming. I got a bag of mushrooms. This will be great. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just take a mushroom or two. And by the time you get off work, you join me, whatever. Bam, so take a couple, and I go to the mall, because I have the day off. So I go to the mall, and they start to kick in when I'm walking around, and I see a comic store. I love comics, I love graphic novels. I go inside this comic store, and there is a shiny Batman light. Like the full projecting, oh my God, there's a crime, like we need Batman light. And I was like, I gotta have that, how much is it? They're like $500, and I'm like, gotta have it though. And I bring it back to my hotel room. I'm super soaked, I turn off all the lights, I plug it in, I turn it on, and there it is. I'm also tripping my balls off, so to me, I'm like, this is like a midnight sky of downtown New York City, and I just like lit the Batman light up. It's so epic to me. At the time, Pete was dating Ariana Grande. Sorry, Pete, I have to tell the story, I love you so much. I go next door and I'm like, hey G, you gotta come see this, it's crazy. And she's like, dude, I'm in bed. I'm like, dude, this is so worth it though, trust me, just get up. And so she gets out of bed and like walks out, and she's like, dude, this better be good. And I'm like, wait till you see what I just got. And I opened the hotel door, and like, it was almost like all of the mushrooms left my body at that point, because I saw in actuality the lamest thing I've ever done in my life. And like, she is also standing there, like fresh out of bed, so angry and upset that I've woken the biggest pop star in America up to come see this stupid 3-inch Batman light. She obviously was like, this is the stupidest thing ever, I'm going back to bed. Now we're at like 5 or 6 o'clock. I get a call from the director like, hey, we really liked what you and Pete did. We'd love if you stayed, and we're gonna write you in a couple more scenes. I was like, oh, that's sick. Pete finishes up, comes and meets me. He sees cars on the sides of the road, and he's like, dude, like, we should buy cars. So he bought a 1997 tan, gross colored, like Cadillac piece of shit. He purposely bought like the ugliest car you could imagine. And I was like, oh, that's so sick. Well, I gotta buy one now. And so we're driving, and then we see this yellow drag racer on the side of the road. I pull over, I'm like, I gotta have it. Like, how much is it? They're like, $8,000. I'm like, bet. So I pay it. They're like, you can't drive this car for more than 15 minutes at a time because it's like a drag racing engine. So like, it will overheat and yeah, the car will explode, whatever. So I was like, all right, bet. So me and Pete get in it, immediately start driving 200 miles an hour. Get back to the hotel with our new cars, park our cars. It's like 9 p.m. I remember like, oh my God, I have this song that I'm trying to shoot a video for it that I have to put out next week. I gotta shoot this while I'm out here if I'm gonna stay another day or whatever. So I call one of my camera guys. He comes up, me and Pete are like, all right, well, we'll just start shooting some tonight and we'll shoot tomorrow too. So we asked this waffle place if we could come in after they closed. They said yes. We came in there and we're doing a scene and Pete's like, oh, we should just sprinkle these mushrooms on the waffles and eat them. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So we like do that for the camera, but obviously we actually eat them. And so by the time we're finished doing that part of the video, we go outside and then it hits us like, okay, yeah, we just took mushrooms, like the trip starts. I also at this comic book store bought 2 lightsabers and I also brought these lightsabers with me to the waffle place. So in the middle of the street, me and Pete got in a big lightsaber battle. All of this is on camera in a video called Loco, by the way, because it sounds like bullshit, but it's all there. We went back to the hotel. This was around 1 in the morning. I have this idea like I should get in the koi pond for this video. It would be really funny. And he goes, all right, great, I'm gonna distract the guy. And he goes, I need milk for my cereal. And the guy's like, well, we don't have any milk here. He's like, do you have any milk in this hotel at all? He's like, I think I got some milk in a fridge in this other room. So he goes and gets the milk, and while he gets the milk, I take my pants off and my shirt off, and I hop in this koi pond in my boxers with this stupid umbrella, and I'm like trying to hide under the umbrella from this guy before he comes back to get this shot. And the guy catches us immediately because the milk was like 5 steps away. What a weird way to distract him. I'm like, milk, what are you doing? So he's like, get out. So we were running down the hallway. We get in the room, and we thought it was the best idea ever at the time if we went and woke the director up. We were like, this is hilarious. Like, we should just go wake the director up. This is like 4:55 in the morning. I'm like, knock on his door. As soon as he opened the door, like, everything was stopped being funny to me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He answered, and he was like, guys, I have a pregnant wife. They're sleeping. So like we just did like the walk of shame back to our hotel room. Like, that was the worst idea ever, man. Like, dang, like this is now like 5:10. Went to sleep for a couple hours. Woke up at 9:10 to continue filming. We filmed till about 12, and Pete was like, we should continue the music video. And so we told the director we're gonna go on lunch break. And we went for hours and shot a music video in the middle of a filming of a movie. And so we pull back up at like 2, like in the loudest car possible with like a whole crew who's been sitting there for hours, like waiting for us to do our job. We honestly just weren't professional at all on the set. I was like really proud in the aftermath, but during it, I was like, this movie's never coming out. I don't know how the movie turned out to be so good, but that's everything I do in a day, kind of.